You mentioned seed oils and they've become incredibly popular, particularly on the internet, just in terms of getting virality and exposure, and a lot of people are talking about them. And I'm wondering, just from what you've seen being in the industry for as long as you've been, what have you seen or how have you seen food evolve? You mentioned fast food. It's everywhere. It's like pervasive. The quality seems to have gotten worse, but like how have you actually seen that in the actual quality of food?
In the fast food or the seed oils?
Just food in general. Like how have you seen food quality decline over the past, since you got into the industry?
Well, look, I'll give you an example. And this might not be answering your question, so ask it again if I'm not answering it. Um, in the 90's, you know, I've always been Mr. Healthy, right? So we wanted to get our omegas in there back in the 90's. And of course, when you drank fish oil, they didn't come in convenient capsules like the ones I sell at my vitamin company. Um, you drank fish oil, right? You drank fish grease rendered from fish, and you would burp that for the rest of the day. Well, other companies would make stuff. You buy it at, we didn't have Whole Foods back then, but there was something called, um, God, what was it called? Before it was Whole Foods, it was called something else.
Fresh Market or
Again?
was it Fresh Market or
Oh, God, no. It was a woman's name, and Whole Foods bought them all up. At any rate, uh, got hippy dippy types like me that was into health foods. We go to health food stores, right? And I would buy fish oil and I would take that, but I would also take seed oils because they were polyunsaturated, monounsaturated, and they were full of omegas and the whole thing, and more omega 6 than omega 3. Now we know that it's the opposite. You should have the balance of omega 3 to omega 6. Omega 3 should be higher. But I can't tell you the number of years I purposely bought safflower oil or rapeseed oil or, Udo's 3-in-1 oil and, took teaspoons of it every day in the name of health, right? So we were told that these seed oils are better than the fish oil, right? And I didn't have anything to say otherwise. I just knew that taking omega 3s and omega 6s were healthy for you. So when you talk about the fast foods and all the seed oil, hell, I used to ingest that stuff just because and didn't have any idea that it was having an ill effect on my health. Now, when you're younger, you can get away with more, right? But maybe that explains, how backwards we were. Um, at some point, we all learned about trans fats. That was kind of the first salvo. We figured out trans fats were not good. And so a lot of the companies started taking it out of candy bars and everything else. Look, we can have a whole podcast just talking about, you know, fats because coconut oil was always healthy, except the seed oil companies ran ads saying, "Oh no, not good, not good for you," because it would naturally solidify, which means you could put it in chocolate products and everything else. Um, and the same, they bastardized palm oil. They got the whole world thinking palm oil is bad for you. And if you eat it, you're some kind of lunatic because they're raping the rainforest with palm oil. There's all kinds of stuff that when you look into it is just not the truth. So when you get into, well, what about seed oils and yeah, everything's got seed oils in it now because it's cheap and it's almost free. And this is something we should be putting in our cars, not our bodies.
Yeah, that's perfectly said.